Rochester, New York. Let him hear it, everybody. David Ozot. Our next, finally, we got one from here in Toledo. From right here in Toledo. This guy's been hanging out at the open mics for the last couple months. Already putting up some good sets. If you want to try stand-up, literally just talk to me. I will get you on stage within the week at one of my shows. Let him hear it, everybody. The wise man, Bill Mack.
Thanks, sir.
How's everybody doing tonight? Everybody having fun? Yeah. Alright. Did you guys know that us 80s babies actually invented edging? We actually called it dial-up. Now imagine dial-up speeds from the 90s today. You spend 20 minutes sitting there waiting to see the goods, realize she's got a bigger dick than you do. So the lesson there is make sure you read the link clearly prior to starting that long download. Sorry, I'm trying to make sure I should follow along my notes here a little bit. Alright, so as an 80s baby, I try to make sure I stay with the times. Try to be as hip as I can with my oldest child is 21. So as a father of 5, I also identify as a virgin. So, okay. I was hoping that wouldn't get nothing thrown at me. I was trying to be nice. Alright, so now for a lesson I learned firsthand about accountability, okay? So I started dating my first wife in high school, and to show her how much I loved her for our week anniversary every year, I bought her a box, every week on Wednesday, I bought her a box of chocolates. At about 23, we got divorced. Looking back now, I understand why I have a 600-pound ex-wife. That's the accountability side. I'm willing to take the credit for that. All right, so now a little lesson about the dating sites and the importance with those. So the terrifying reality with them, now that I'm divorced, is you get lonely and you start swiping right. Well, eventually those sites stop you and they say, okay, that's enough. So then you venture over to the hub and you do a little John Cena 5-knuckle shuffle and you go to bed. Well, the next morning you wake up and you see you've got a match and you're excited. You're like, hey, finally got a match. And you look, well, at that point, post-nut clarity has kicked in. You should have swiped left on that too. But I'm a nice guy. I want everybody to like me. I'm trying to make friends. So I send her the, good morning, beautiful. How's your weekend going? Well, here we are now. I've got my 5th child and paying child support and alimony. So the lesson there is go to the hub before you go to the dating site. All right, so now as a father of 5, as I had said, the lesson that I wanted to make sure I taught him when he got his first smartphone at age 13 was about the hub and the importance of being careful what you click on when you get to pop-ups and things like that. So I was like, all right, son, you're gonna get a pop-up. It's going to tell you the MILF down the road is interested in you. And he looks at me and he goes, what'd you do, Dad? And I kind of smiled for a minute, reluctant, and I decided, you know what? Oversharing is my specialty. So I said, all right, let's be honest. Me and your mom had already been divorced, so don't worry, I didn't cheat on your mom. And he rolls his eyes, and I pointed out to him. It popped up on there, and I clicked, all right, let's see what this MILF's got to offer for the wise man. And we chat for a little bit after entering the credit card number, and I get the address. So I swing by the local gas station, grab one of those little magic pills they sell, and I make sure I put my sweatpants on because, trying to look impressive, right? So as I walk up to the door, and I'm looking down admiring because that pill's kicked in, and I'm like, this is why black guys wear sweatpants. Look at me go. I was pretty proud of myself. So I'm distracted. I'm not really paying attention to, where I'm at. Knock on the door. She swings the door open and I see lingerie and I look up. Aunt Linda? She goes, Billy, what the fuck? And I kind of looked around and I looked down and realized I'm, at attention. And I go, well, Aunt Linda, your sister didn't raise no bitch. So are we doing this or not? Needless to say, I have not been invited back to Thanksgiving since. The disappointing thing is the 30 seconds I gave her was the best I could do. Apparently she wasn't as impressed with it as I was. 47 seconds left and I got all the way through it. What can I make up for you guys here? All right, rapid fire lesson that I wrote down. I haven't practiced these, so they're hopefully working for you. If you ever have to go to court for divorce, been through 3 of them, and you know your ex has a warrant for their arrest, wait until after you've met with the judge or you get your ass chewed by the judge. I know I don't put a punchline to that other than it's a true story. I thought it would be funny to tell the bailiff, did you know that my ex-wife has a warrant? And the cops walked her out in handcuffs and the judge had to reschedule. So, needless to say, I was on his shit list after that one. So. All right, that's it for my time. Dave, back to you.